In 2002, my little sister committed suicide. Today, I would like to ask each and every one of you to get involved and make suicide prevention part of your work environment. We are going to talk about who is susceptible to suicide, what the signs of suicide are, and what to do if someone tells you or you notice someone is going to commit suicide. According to suicide.org, depression is the #1 leading cause of suicide. So, who is susceptible to committing suicide? According to American Society for Suicide Prevention, there are 2 possible categories that you could fall under. One of them is mental disorder. Mental disorder is somebody who's bipolar, somebody who has anxiety, someone who is depressed, someone that has recently had a death in their family, someone who has a suicide in their family in the past. And then there's environmental factors. Environmental factors could be a loss of a job. It could be financial trouble, problems with your spouse or significant other. It could be problems on your job, stress at your job, stress at school. Just because you have these environmental factors doesn't mean that you're going to commit suicide. However, if you have these environmental factors, they could lead to depression and anxiety, which makes you more susceptible to committing suicide. Now that we've talked about what makes you susceptible, we're going to talk about what some of the signs are. Some of the signs are talking about it. You're talking to someone about committing suicide. They're talking to someone else just in joking, I think I'm going to go home and kill myself. According to the National Institute of Mental Health.gov, other signs are they're looking for a way to kill themselves. They're researching it. You hear them talking about, oh, well, maybe I'll just go home and take a bottle of pills. Or, if you were going to kill yourself, how do you think you would do it? They feel hopeless, like nothing is going right. Everything they do is wrong. They feel like they're a burden on somebody, or even on you. If I wasn't alive, things would be better. They feel isolated. They feel alone. They feel as if they're the only person in the world that is having these troubles. They start to give their belongings away. Stuff that used to be important to them, they're giving away. If you see these signs, what do you do? According to lifeline.org, you ask them, are you thinking about killing yourself? You'll be surprised. Sometimes they'll say yes. You listen to them. Sometimes that's all it takes to save someone's life. All they want to do is have someone listen to them, have someone care about what they have to say. And you absolutely do not leave them alone. If someone just told you that they were going to kill themselves, you don't leave them alone. You can call for help. If you're a parent and you have a teenager, you come home and say, Mom, my friend told me they were going to kill themselves. Take them seriously. Get that parent's phone number and call the parent. If it was you, wouldn't you want someone to call you and tell you your son was talking about killing themselves? Create a plan. Okay, you think you want to kill yourself. Who should we call? Who would you like me to call? You can call 911. 911 will come. You stay there with that person until the cops come or until emergency services come. You can drive them to the emergency room. Don't just drop them at the door. Walk them inside. Take their means. If they were going to, say, shoot themselves, take their gun. Do not leave that person alone. Now you have they're susceptible people. You have the signs. And you also have what to do to help if they tell you they're going to commit suicide. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, in 2010 is the last survey they have. 38,000 people in 2010 committed suicide. It's the 10th leading cause in the United States for death among young adults. Would you like for one of your coworkers to commit suicide? Or would you like to have the tools and the knowledge it takes to help prevent their suicide? All it does is take one person to make a difference. We could be that difference. You could be that difference. I implore you to have your work centers set up suicide training. You could be all that difference in saving someone's life. I wish somebody would have done it for my sister.